right attention, isn't it? That is, to understand something, you must give your whole being to it, mustn't you? Your undivided, full, deep attention, mustn't you? And how can there be deep, full attention when you are distracted? When you are, for example, when I am talking, taking down notes. You catch a good phrase probably and say, by John, I'm going to take that down and I'm going to use it in my talk. How can there be full attention when we're merely concerned with words? That is, you are concentrated on the verbal level. And are incapable of going beyond the verbal level. Words are only a means of communication. But if you are not capable of communicating and merely sticking at words, obviously there cannot be full attention, therefore there is no right understanding. So it is an art, is it not? To understand something, you must give full attention. And that is not possible when there is any kind of distraction. Taking notes, when you are sitting uncomfortably, when you are struggling to understand, making an effort. So, making an effort to understand is obviously a hindrance to understanding. Then your whole attention is gone into the making of the effort. And also there is an art in listening, is there not? I do not know if you have ever noticed that when you are interested in something that another is saying, you are not making an effort. You are not building up a wall of resistance against distractions. There are no distractions when you are interested. You are completely giving your full attention almost easily, spontaneously to something that is being said. That is, when there is vital interest, then there is a spontaneous attention. But most of us find such attention very difficult, because you may consciously, on the upper level of the mind, want to understand, but inwardly there is a resistance, or inwardly there might be desire to understand, and outwardly, superficially, there might be resistance. So, to give full attention to something, there must be integration of your whole being. That is, at one level of consciousness, you might want to find out, you might want to know. But at another level, that very knowing might be destruction. Because it might make you change your whole life. So there is an inward contention, inward struggle, of which one is unaware, though you think you are paying attention. There is really a distraction inwardly going on, or outwardly. And that is the difficulty. So, to understand anything, one must give complete attention. And that's why I've been suggesting at various meetings that no notes should be taken. That you're not here to do propaganda, for me or for yourself. That you should listen to understand. So our difficulty in understanding is that our mind is never quiet. We never look at anything quietly, in a receptive mood. A lot of rubbish is thrown at us, newspapers, magazines, politics. Every preacher on the corner tells us what to do and what not to do. And that is constantly pouring in, radios, magazines, newspapers, tub-thumpers. And naturally, there is inward resistance to all this also. And there is no understanding as long as there is a disturbed mind. As long as the mind is not very quiet, silent, tranquil, receptive, sensitive, it is not possible to understand. And this sensitivity of the mind is not merely at the upper level of consciousness, on the superficial mind, but there must be tranquility right through, an integrated tranquility. You know, when you're seeing something very beautiful, if you are chattering, obviously it has no meaning. But the moment you are quiet, the moment you are sensitive, then its beauty comes to you. Similarly, if we want to understand something, not only must we be physically very quiet, but also our mind must be capable of extreme alertness and yet quietness. That alert passivity of the mind does not come about through compulsion. You cannot train the mind to be silent. That is merely like a trained monkey, inwardly boiling, but outwardly very quiet.